Hi everyone, so here's some guidance for us all. We've got the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, two eights, Two of Cups, and Knight of Swords. We've got the full moon coming. It just feels like a bit of a crazy old time. So my advice, if you feel like you're losing your head, you're not. It's just all the crazy planetary stuff and things coming to the surface and so you may 1 minute feel like you've got full of energy and the next minute feel if you've got none, then you may feel you're full of ideas and next minute none. Just roll with it. We've got Mercury retrograde coming up as well. So just hold on to your hat and try not to sort of like get too carried away with the negative side of things. So we're moving into sort of like a different phase. I really like the Eight of Cups, but because obviously we go into the nine, but it's still night time there, still unclear about where we're going. But look how the path has got bigger and wider and how the cups stand strong. So you are moving into a different phase as well. The Two of Cups can be a good time for relationships, connection with friends or family. Maybe that's Easter. So some of you can meet someone new, like unexpectedly out of the blue. So just make sure that you are open to it as well. But some of you out there are feeling very disjointed with everything in your life and feeling like you may want to run away and start afresh. It just means that you're in a time of changes around you. What we need to do is focus, that the angel wants us to really sort of like, is like, "Lo, talk to me, stop listening to other people or our negative thoughts." So, don't let your thoughts run the show. And it's easy said than done, I know, but we're moving into a different phase. You really are. I sometimes find the Knight of Swords quite irritating. I don't know why, it just finds me quite irritating card. So I don't read from the book. I know the meanings because I've been using them for years. But when I saw this one as well, actually, what I am drawn to is like today a feeling of wanting to get going but feeling a bit stuck in the mud. So the energy is going to shift, right? There is going to be a shift that comes up around, a definite shift. Now this could be brought to you by someone you meet, by someone you know, by an idea or some inspiration, or just a change of energy, where you feel differently. So things are going to change around you. But if you feel like nothing has and you're just feeling kind of overwhelmed at the moment, try not to do too much. Try not to think too far ahead. Try not to look too far ahead, because like I say, there is a definite shift coming where you may seem clearer, you may feel brighter, you may feel like, right, I know what I want to do, I know where I want to go. So if you don't at the moment, the door hasn't appeared. So just focus, do anything to distract yourself from feeling too down and blue. And the message is for you, this is not how it's always going to be. So there are a lot of shifts, there are changes coming up, but we've also got a lot going on in our minds as well. And I think the planetary stuff, I feel like this planetary stuff and the moon is bringing to the surface of all that crap that needs to come out. So be prepared, but also again, it's bringing it out so it can be released. So it's a good time to do a release in a sense, really. It's a good time to write down what you want to release and do a bit of a ceremony in a way. Listen to a meditation. If your mind's too bunged up, then listen to do a guided meditation. Listen to something. But there's like the swords against the cups. So we are going to go into the cups. So for like the swords of where we've been and where we have been. And I think the cups are like where we are and where we're going. So it's definitely going to feel this kind of shift around as well. I feel like, because, I'm looking at the cups there, and of course the next cup would be the 9. So make sure that there's nothing missing. Is there something you need to do for yourself, Because you definitely have a change coming up. And some of you may have changes in your personal life. So if you're single, do you feel ready to meet someone? Do you feel the best? Do you look the best you can? Do you feel the best you can? Is there anything you need to kind of add into the mix? A really good time to do that. whether it's a health kick, whether it's this, whether it's that, So think about that as well. But you may find also that there is a bit of a light bulb moment as well. I always think light bulb moments can be really inspiring, but they can come and go really quickly. You may think, this is a great idea. And then by the evening, you've completely forgotten about it. So make sure that if you do get inspired by something or see something that's inspiring, that that's a message for yourself, write it down, keep note of it. But also as well, you're moving into a phase of kind of enlightenment, I feel. That sounds quite powerful and kind of like, wow, but some clarity's coming your way. So I think, it does, even if it's just like a clearer idea, that's a big enlightenment, because that's taking you down a new pathway as well. I feel it's a good time to maybe visit a new place, a new area, step out of where you're living, go somewhere a little bit different, even if it's for a day or something, may recharge your batteries. But basically there is going to be a shift coming up. But at the moment, if your emotions are running the show and you're feeling overwhelmed, let them come, let them go. Just know this is not how it's always going to be. And you could say to me, well, this has been like it for a long, long time. Well, that's okay. It still doesn't mean how it's always going to be. But you need to really, really be mindful, of who's around you, what's around you, of your thoughts, because they are really running the show at the moment. But like I said, we have a lot of planetary stuff going on, and the moon can kind of sort of like make us feel even more wobbly as well. But it is here to be released and let go of as well. So, don't beat yourself up too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And like I always say, when the door comes, walk through it. If it's not there, you don't know where you're going, it's because it hasn't appeared yet, but it will. Keep imagining it. Keep picturing in your mind. So there's my door of my new path, and imagine yourself walking through that door. I'm also drawn to someone, right? Not sure who this is, but I feel like something to do with nursing or caring. Now, I'm not sure if you're a nurse or in the caring industry, and I don't know if you're questioning your role, or I feel if this is for you, I feel like you're very suited to this kind of industry, but you might just be in the wrong job, maybe the wrong, area, so say for instance you're in a hospital, maybe you need to go in the community, or if you're in a home, maybe you need to go to the hospital. I don't know. There's something a little bit different out there, and that'll be for some of you that are really questioning that area around you as well. And the other message is to keep your mind very clear and open to what you desire. There's a lot of things going on that there has been for years, isn't there? So it can really knock you off your perch, and you hear, I can't afford this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do that, But don't feed into any of these things, because at the moment you are a bit like a sponge, and you're absorbing all the energies of other people, environments, news, and all these things. It really is going into your kind of soul, and it has been for a while. So bear that in mind as well. Limit yourself to what you're listening to, and just bear in mind that you are taking on a lot of other people's stuff as well. So it's always good to do a bit of a cleanse. You could, like I say, you could listen to a guided meditation, you could sage, you could have a hot shower, you could put incense on, whatever it is, and if you're one of those people that like jumping in the cold sea, or even having a steam, or a Reiki session or anything, just bear in mind that might be a really good thing for you as well. So anyway, I hope this brings in a little bit of guidance. Remember, at the moment, you may feel all over the place, up and down and around, but that's all right. Just roll with it. Imagine you're on that surfboard, surfing those great big bloody waves. But you will go into calmer seas, because you're meant to. But it'd be nice if you get there quite calm and chilled rather than like being dragged through a hedge backwards. So just take it easy as well, take it easy as well. And I will say as well, this one last thing I get very strongly around you is other people may irritate you. So be careful. You don't want to get caught up in arguments and quarrels. And that kind of makes sense anyway if you're going to Mercury retrograde. So you may have to bite your lips sometimes, even if it's really hard to. It may be the best thing to say, And I want to say this to some of you as well, right? A strong feeling of being aware of your surroundings. Being aware of who's around you. So if you're out and about enjoying yourself, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of who's around you. I don't mean don't go out and enjoy yourself. It doesn't even have to be on a night out. Just be aware of your surroundings and aware of who's around you. And that could also just be like where you leave your phone, your purses, your wallets, your bags and stuff like that as well, But also if you are out and about enjoy yourself, but just be aware of your surroundings. That's the message I get from Spirit.